Listen here, Teresa. Listen here, Teresa. You might be the boss in the boss group, but you're not the boss of us. And if we want to be late, if we want to be 1 minute late, if we want to be 2 minutes late, maybe we want to be 5 minutes late, okay? We can. And yeah, maybe we're on time today, okay? But it's got nothing to do with you. It's not because of you. What are you laughing at?
Because I know that Teresa would kick your butt if she was here in person.
Pretty much. What's up, everybody? It's me. It's Katie and Vicky, aka Victoria, aka LV Pink Panther, aka my fiance. In like a year, I'll be able to say my wife.
It's true.
Anyway, oh yeah, some of you guys are noticing my Taco Cat t-shirt. Okay, I'm super excited. I love it. I love that this one's different than there's the one that's got just the one Taco Cat. This one's like more of an Andy Warhol Taco Cat. And see, it says Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat, which is very true. It is a palindrome. But I got this shirt from our friend Diane. Her lovely friend Diane.
Diane in Massachusetts.
She actually leads the Massachusetts meetup group there. So that's super cool. But she sent you a bunch of vintage women's, like a lot of dresses and stuff. And
yeah, vintage women's clothing that's been in her basement, aka her storage death pile, as she calls it, that she's never going to get to.
Yeah.
So she sent me a bunch. So I paid for shipping, and I'm going to work out some pricing with her. But
this was a present for me. Actually, I think it was a present for both of us because now you get to enjoy it on me.
Gotcha.
Because I know how much you love and appreciate the cat t-shirts.
Yes. So people are mentioning my hair. It's not red. It looks like it is in this light. It is just a different color. Pink. I have been this color many times in the past, and I will go back to my normal hot pink.
Yeah.
Within a couple of weeks. But it looks
in person. This actually looks more hot pink. It's like a really vibrant hot pink. It definitely, like when I look at it right now, it's like hot pink, and then on there it's more red.
Yeah, I've been this color many times. It definitely looks redder. It has more of a red undertone than like a hot pink purpley tone to it. It's just a lot easier. Just hair comment is it goes on without me having to bleach my roots. So I didn't have a lot of time we're leaving on Monday for a week. I was like, I just need a quick fix.
Yes, we are.
So I did this today, but it fades real fast. So within a couple weeks, I'll be back to my regular pink. So,
yeah. Susie Beach said, hi girls, but I read that as hi grills. And I was like, what up grills?
You're weird.
Anyway, it's No Pants Friday. Ooh, I almost forgot. It's No Pants Friday, you guys. You know what that means. Let me see if I can get to it.
No Pants Friday. No Pants Friday. No Pants, no Pants, no Pants Friday.
Woo! Yeah. I love our little theme song that Johnny Rocks recorded for us. But anyway, it's No Pants Friday. So all that is like our laid back, like kind of AMA session, ask me anything, ask us anything, kind of Q&A, and we don't really have any kind of agenda. We're just hanging out. You can ask us any questions, personal, business, anything you want, and we will answer them and just hang out. And as per usual, I'm not wearing any pants, so
I am.
That's how it goes.
Sorry.
But we are kind of going crazy, like trying to get as much work done this week because, like Vicky said, we are going to be gone next week. We're actually leaving early Monday morning, I think, and then we won't be back
at like
until
5 a.m. or something.
Yeah. And then we won't be back until the following Sunday. So just to like let you guys know what to expect, this Sunday in 2 days, we're still going to have our Sunday live haul show. This regular 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Same bat place, same bat channel.
Same bat?
What? Have you never seen the Batman show on TV? They used to say.
Okay. I guess I'm not that old.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Anyway, so our regular show is going to be happening on Sunday. Wednesday's show, we will not have a live show on Wednesday, the Boss Up and List show. I will still be doing the Boss Up and List post in the Boss Facebook group for our virtual listing party that happens all day on Wednesday. I'll still do that post. And we're going to be recording here in the next couple of days. We're going to do a pre-recorded video that will be released on Wednesday. So there'll still be some content to come out. And let me tell you, you're going to want to see it. I'm not going to tell you what it's about yet, but I promise you, We're going to be showing you how to do something new that we learned, a new tool that we're using that is saving us tons of money on shipping.
Yes.
This is on par with figuring out how to do cubic priority. It's another way for you guys to save a ton of money. We're not going to tell you exactly what we're doing with it, but we will release that video on Wednesday. You're going to want to see it. And then Friday, we're not going to have our regular No Pants Friday, but we should still be having a live video on Friday. We still have to figure out the details, but Vicky's hopefully going to be able to arrange a special guest for us. If it all works out, it's going to be a really, really cool show. You'll get to learn a little bit more about what it is we're doing in Grand Rapids, Michigan next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll let you know. It may not be at the exact same time because we don't really know yet. It'll probably be more.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be on East Coast time, and we're
so
there.
it might be at the same time.
It might be at the same time.
Earlier.
It'll be a lot earlier. It'll be a lot earlier. Yeah. Well, we're there to volunteer, and I do have a lot of work to do while I'm there, as does Katie. So we're gonna try to fit it in at some point on Friday with a friend of mine. We'll have him come and do some interview.
Yeah,
has nothing to do with reselling, but I think you'll find it interesting. He's interesting. So
yeah, because we're not gonna be in Michigan for anything that has to do with reselling. So Teresa, Frenchie is not Vicky's new nickname.
No,
Frenchie is the real Stitch. We just did that like in unison there. It was pretty cute. The real Stitch is Frenchie. That's who. So I'm assuming whoever said something about Frenchie, that's what they're talking about. So quit trying to steal.
Thanks for all the hair compliments, but it's really not red. It's pink. It just looks red in this light.
Lady in red. Only it's lady in pink.
It's just a different shade of pink.
And
I really like it. I used to do it all the time, but it just fades super fast. It's not as good of a hair dye as I normally use. So it's just not going to work.
Yeah, pretty much.
For all the time. I found something that works for me. It's just a temporary change.
Callie's World says, oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Callie.
I'm just assuming that's how you're saying it. Oh, hi. Pretty much exactly like that. So Frenchie, aka the real Stitch, wants to know if we have a real live cat. No, Vicky is allergic to cats, so she turns into a big baby, a big crybaby pee-pee pants when cats are
I actually
around.
Don't even like cats.
She's like, I don't like cats. And I'm like, that's because it's sour grapes and you can't give them your love, and so you feel rejected, and so you say that you hate cats, but cats are wonderful creatures. But we do have dogs.
I like kittens. I can't, and I like big, fluffy, friendly cats. I think in general, cats are just more standoffish and bitchy. They're just not as friendly as dogs.
So you feel like a certain amount of competition from them is what you're saying?
Exactly. Yep.
I actually prefer dogs. I grew up with cats, but I love all animals. Like if you've seen the video of me trying to cuddle raccoons, you'll know that I'll pretty much try to hang out with any animal. I just think the cat t-shirts are funnier. Like there are like every once in a while I'll see like a dog t-shirt that's trying to do the similar type of thing, like be funny. It just isn't, it's not, the comedy isn't there. It's just not as funny. Like for some reason it's way sillier to see like a cat in clothes than a dog. I don't know why. True. I don't know what the deal is. There's just something about it. Anyway, Kara says she's not fond of cats unless they act like dogs. Yeah, and there's lots of cats who are super cool and cuddly and sweet.
Some have some really sweet and cuddly ones. Yeah. But I'm super allergic to the point where like my throat closes up, my eyes get all red, my ears break out eczema, and they start to close. It's just no cats.
I used to have a cat. The first cat that was like really my cat, her name was Spunky, and she loved me and she was really sweet to me. But other people, if they like even looked at her wrong, she'd be like, so she was awesome though. Spunky was cute.
We did have a couple of actual business questions.
What?
I know they ask me anything stuff works, but
I don't see it. How about this, guys? We haven't seen any of the questions previous to this, so if you have an important question you would like answered, go ahead and put it in right now. Hit Flip a Mama likes my cat impression.
Nope.
Whatever.
Nope.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be in Grand Rapids. We're going to be there from Monday, about the middle of the day, until Sunday morning. So for a whole week. Don't worry, Cheryl, the purple will come back. The hot pink will be back in a couple of weeks, and I'll put some purple in too. But this is only temporary for now. So we're going to be there, and while we're there, we get to see a couple of our friends, or as Teresa calls them, stranger friends. But
Yeah.
we have met one in person already. We have met Hip Flippin' Mama Kelly in person at Open, and we're going to try to get together with her for a cocktail or something at some point while we're there. And also, we're going to be spending a few hours or a day with Laura, Franzica.
We're going to go to the lake.
We're going to go to Lake Michigan.
We're excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But yeah, we'll be back on Sunday. So we are, I mean, we should, unless something happens, we should be able to do our regular Sunday show on the Sunday that we come back. I'm not entirely sure that it'll be at the exact same time. We'll have to figure that out. Obviously, we probably won't have any haul stuff unless somehow I manage to get us into a thrift store while we're there. But we really won't have much of a haul. But we'll do solds and do our regular Sunday live haul.
And we may have some haul stuff
yeah.
that we just haven't shown before. It might just not be from that specific week.
Yeah. All right. So, we got a couple of good questions, more business related, that I really want to answer. So Keith Caverly is from Ireland.
Caverly, probably.
Whatever. Tomato, potato. Anyway, he is just starting on eBay. He's been doing Amazon for about a year and is asking about he only has one review on eBay and wants to know if he needs to sell at cost for reviews. No, here is the thing. Reviews aren't necessarily a huge deal, but when you're very first starting out, you definitely want to get a handful of them so you don't just look like you're a brand new seller. So my advice is
buy some stuff.
Listen here, you're stealing my thunder. You're stealing my thunder. I get it. I take forever to get to the point.
I forgot the timer. Darn it.
Anyway, that's exactly right. So I'm assuming it's the same in Ireland as it is here. On eBay, you get feedback scores, feedback points for buying stuff as well as selling stuff. And let me tell you, sellers are usually more likely to give you feedback than a buyer just because they're hoping they can get some feedback. So for the next, I don't know, couple of months, anytime you need to buy something, don't buy stuff you don't need. But let's say you need to buy whatever, paper plates, some tape, whatever you need to buy. Shampoo, anything you need to buy. Most likely you're gonna be able to find on eBay. Go on eBay, buy it from there, and I guarantee you'll get some feedback a lot more quickly. I would say try and get yourself over the 10 mark, because when you hit 10, you get your first little star, and then don't worry about it. It'll come. But
it'll come. And buyers tend to leave feedback much lower rate than sell, much slower and lower rate than sellers.
I hardly ever leave buyer feedback. I'm horrible.
I am too, and I know that, and I should be better at it. But I really go in maybe every few months and try to start leaving feedbacks for things that I've purchased. I have 12,500 feedbacks, and I have like 27,000 transactions. Yeah. So
it'll come.
My feedback comes in at about, it used to be a lot faster. I'd get 50 or 60% of my sales would leave feedback. Now it's about 30%, and that's pretty normal. So don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Like I said, you want to get your first little amount of feedback so you get your star, so you don't look quite so fresh and new. Right. And then just don't worry about it otherwise, and making sure you're only getting good feedback if at all possible by just being a good seller. Somebody asked.
TJ's asked a couple times that question.
Okay, hold on a second. Someone following up on that really quick. Susan wants to know if you contact previous buyers and ask for a review. Never. I never ask. I would highly recommend don't ask. Don't include. I know people like to include cards and all this stuff, and
that's fine.
It's fine, but
emailing and following up.
It's fine, but I'm just telling you this from my experience now and before I was a seller. Even a card that says asked for a review, I don't like it. And it sounds silly, but it just automatically makes me go, don't tell me what to do. So
that's because that's you. You are so
antagonistic. But I'm not the only person like that. I'm just telling you, you're much better off never asking. People don't want to be asked. If they give a review, it's because they want to give a review. Let it go, guys. Just let it go. All right. What was the question that somebody had asked?
Scroll back up.
Okay.
Because he's asked twice, he or she. TJ's life is pie. If you had a large amount of labor-intensive inventory, would you list it individually or lot it up to move on to better inventory? Labor-intensive is relative. It really depends on if that labor results in a good ROI. Would I do something that is labor-intensive to make $2 or $3 per item? Absolutely not.
Your time is worth money, guys.
Right. So I definitely wouldn't do it. It really depends on what your threshold is as far as what you consider a good return on investment, or if you have nothing invested in it. Even if you have nothing invested in it, if you're still only going to get $2 or $3 or something like that, then no, that's not worth it in my opinion.
Yeah.
And is it something that would sell in lots? That I don't know. I don't have enough information to answer that question properly for you, but I would say that labor intensive listings, I just did a big labor intensive listing. It took me half an hour because I had to individually list 40 something items that are going in a lot, and it took me a long time. But that doesn't mean that it's a bad, you know, it was a bad thing to do, because for me, it's a good ROI on the item.
Yeah. And going back to what I was just saying about your time being money, I think it's really easy for us to forget that because we're not paying ourselves by the hour, that our time really is worth money. And you have to think about, like, okay, do I want to spend an hour doing this thing? It's going to make me a couple of bucks, or would I be better off doing it differently and spending that time doing 20 more listings or 10 more listings or even 5 more listings?
Yeah.
It's like your time is valuable. And by wasting time on things that aren't making you money, you're losing that money. Hey, Keith Caverly. I'm sure. How do you
That's
say
a UK super chat. So I think you need to do it in an English accent.
I know that.
Oh, it's Irish.
Well, if there's anything worse, if there's anything worse than my British accent, it's my Irish accent. So I don't know what, but I can do it like how when they sing, they lose their accent. So really, I can just go super chat, your super chat day. Yow. I don't know. How do I do any Irish accent? I'm really bad.
An Irish jig.
An Irish jig? No, that would be terrible.
Sorry.
That would be terrible. But thank you, Keith.
She'll buy a Guinness with it.
I will do that. I do like the Guinness.
Thanks, Keith.
Thank you so much, Keith. I really appreciate it. So somebody had asked earlier, another good question, because we are going on vacation. I think it was Shannon. Shannon wanted to know how we handle vacations, going on vacation. So good question.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So what I do is I don't put my store on vacation because I like to make money while I'm gone. So what I do is I extend my handling time, and we're going to be gone for 7 days, but I think it's only 5 business days. So
yeah, well, we're going to be able to ship anything for Monday. So really there's only 4 days that we're not going to be able to ship. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I know we're not technically going to ship Monday, but as long as we ship after midnight, it's like,
we're not shipping at all on Monday. We're leaving at the crack of dawn Monday.
Okay, I am going to not count Monday. You can do it however you want.
Okay. So anyway, we're going to put so 5, because you can't really do anything. It's either 3, 5, or 10.
You can do 4. It's once you get past 7, I think, that it jumps up to, it's either 5 or 7. It jumps up to 10, and which is really annoying.
Yeah, so we're just going to extend the handling time. Instead of, we usually have 1 day handling time, both of us. So we're going to extend the handling time to, for me, I'll put 5 days, and then I'll probably move it down. I'll just go into my business policies and change everything in bulk edit using all the different business policies. And if I have anything that is I'm waiting payment for while I'm gone, I actually do have, my assistant is coming here, and she's going to be, she's house sitting and dog sitting and stuff for the week. So if I have, 2 or 3 items that might need to get sent out during the week, she'll ship those for me. But, and for Katie as well.
Same thing for me.
So that's really it.
So yeah, I don't like putting on vacation because it does say across the top, like, this person's on vacation, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that. I'd rather just extend my handling time. It has never been a problem.
And my sales have slowed down.
Yeah, Kara, a little bit, but Kara Cooper wants to know why you have to be on vacation and extend handling time. So if you're not, it does not make any sense. I don't know why Amy doesn't fix this. Drives me crazy. Because so many times people are like, they think they're ahead of the game. They put their store on actual vacation, which we're not going to do. And they're like, oh, that's all I have to do. And then somebody orders something while they're gone, and all of a sudden they've missed their ship date. And it's like, suddenly they have late shipments, and it's really terrible. So please, 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 if you put your store on vacation, you have to extend your handling time as well.
You have to do both.
The only thing putting your store on vacation does is it puts a little notice across the top of your page that says that you were away until a certain date. That's the only thing it does. It does not extend your handling time.
Right.
So please do that. But TJ's Life is Pie. What? By the way, life is pie. I'm hoping you're saying that's a good thing, because I love pie. Don't like cake, love pie. Pie is pretty much the best thing ever. And I don't know, somebody tell me what kind of super chat song to do. I need to know. I need to do something different than the last one.
I kind of like the poetry slam version.
You want me to do the poetry slam?
The poetry slam version
Actually,
one, I think is
I mean, I said poetry slam, but really it's a little bit more of like William Shatner
doing a poetry slam.
Because yeah, if you've ever listened to like any of his albums, it's like spoken word, and so it's pretty much like super chat. She's super chatty. That's what I'm going for, is to make her little snorty sound. Thank you, TJ's Life is Pie. Here's the thing about pie, guys. Here's my pie rant. Okay, that's right. I've got a pie rant. I've got a rant about pretty much anything. So here's my pie rant. The thing about pie. Okay, cake. If you go get a cheap cake from the grocery store, most likely it's going to be gross, right? Cheap cake, yeah, it could be too dry. It can be like the icing can be like too much sugar, whatever. Now, if you get a really, really expensive cake or a really well done cake, it can be delicious. It can be amazing. Pie is just pie. Like, you can get yourself a cheap $5 pie from the grocery store. It tastes pretty good. It's not like the best pie you ever had in your life, but it's pretty good. Or you can buy a $20 pie and it's going to be even better.
I think that's really subjective.
Whatever. I like cherry pie. I like the cherry pie, guys.
Allison just likes to giggle at my facial expressions, I think. Okay.
So Callie wants rap. Actually, here's the thing. So Barbara, I just see Barbara comments on here. Barbara, I didn't even get a chance to show it to Vicky, but I'm going to have to practice this one. And maybe like in a couple weeks, since we're not going to be here next week, I'll bust it out. But Barbara rewrote the lyrics to a rap song. I'm going to tell you what it is. And I'm telling you, it's pretty good. I was laughing.
Nice.
It's pretty good, okay? But it's going to take some practice. It's not something I can just bust out by reading lyrics. It's going to take some practice because I want to do it right. But I promise you, Barbara, when we get back, like maybe in like a week or two, I will bust out the rap lyrics written by Barbara Colson. What do you think about that? So, Callie,
I'm excited.
You just hang on. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're going old school, early 90s rap. Going to bust it out. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so we had a couple more questions in there too. One of them about stock photos. I see Susie answered some of those questions. We have answered those before. Katie and I both sell 99.9% used items. So very rarely are we going to use stock photos, speaking personally. I will occasionally use a stock photo, as will Katie, if it's on a new item or if it's on something that is, sometimes things are like difficult to photograph on a mannequin, and specifically different clothing items, dresses, or things like that. So if I find a stock photo and it's something that hasn't been sold in a long time, I will occasionally borrow that stock photo as one of my photos, but I definitely have my own photos in there.
Right,
so
for sure. Oh, hip flipping mama. What? $5 research fee for the info on the doors. Jim Morrison $100 t-shirt. All right. Okay, guys, you need to start, like, if you want super chat songs, start giving me some like ideas for like super chat song stylings, because otherwise I got to come up with them on the fly. But this one I'm gonna do.
Callie, that would have to assume that either one of us had seen Moana, and neither one of us have seen that. So. Sorry.
That's true. Let's see. How about I'll do my old school Whitney Houston, which would be like, I want to super chat with somebody. I want to super chat with somebody. I want to super chat with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Ugh. I pretty much sound just like her. Don't you want to chat? Say you want to chat. Don't you want to chat? Don't you want to chat? Say you want to chat. Don't you want to chat?
Nice. All right. Impressive. Bob Dylan.
Gangnam Style. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I can't do that. That will not be happening. That will not be happening. What was, I think there was a question that I got like sidetracked away from. What were we talking about?
Question right there. DJ has a question.
Oh, because we were talking about the stock photos. So just really, really quick back to the stock photos. Technically, you cannot use other people's photos. They belong to other companies. When I occasionally use them, it's generally on a product that's no longer being sold. So it's not like they're going to reach out and be like, why are you stealing their photos? Right. But they can report it. They can get you to pull the photos. Also, I believe eBay has, I don't really do a lot of new stuff. So I think eBay has some stock photos as well.
They do for the different things in the catalog. If you enter something using a SKU or a model number, an item number.
Yeah.
Like for electronics and things like that specifically. I would always suggest using your own photos when you possibly can, because buyers want to know exactly what they're getting. Even if you use a stock photo, it's okay to use one occasionally, like Katie said.
Just know that I'm just saying, technically, you're not supposed to. That's just my little.
Yeah, I think
disclaimer.
I maybe have 5 or 10 items out of 2,500 that have stock photos. So, Rosie's closet.
What?
So,
all right. Wait, Susie, we're gonna get to your question here in just a second, Susie Beach. But Rosie's closet, right here in Vegas, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What's up? She says, Vicky, thank you for the help with the bearer.
Oh, you're welcome.
So I think that means that you have to do the super chat song.
I don't do super chat songs. You got one out of me. You got
what's going on with my hair here?
I don't know. You have like alfalfa sprout going on with your hair.
All right. Then let's see. Rosie's super chat song. What should we do?
I don't know.
See, that's where I need my suggestions, but I'm not doing Bob Dylan. I don't even know if I have like a good Bob Dylan.
That's what
okay.
Every
Here
song.
we do a super chat.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Super chat. That's a little more like Bruce Springsteen almost right there.
Almost. It was just
super chat.
Oh, Jesse's girl. That's a good idea, Callie.
I wish that I had super chat. I wish that I had super chat. And then I'm doing like a Stevie Wonder kind of thing with her, or like a.
I don't even know what that
I don't know what's going on, but there you go. The song, The Rose.
You guys are getting obscure at this point. The Rose.
Oh, Oompa Loompa style. Whoa. Anyway.
Oh my God. Okay, go up.
Okay, so wait. So Susie had a question about opening a second eBay store to sell different items. I think she asked.
Yeah, I actually have a second eBay store. I haven't used it in a little bit, but I have sold adult items in the past. And I also sell a lot of collectibles and things on consignment for customers. And a lot of my clients happen to be little old ladies. So
you're talking about like adult size jeans, adult size shirts, stuff like that?
Nope. Sex toys, porn, that raunchy stuff.
If I had pearls, I'd be clutching them.
Yes. So because I had a lot of clients, you can put anything you want in your stores. And a lot of people will do 2 stores. But I had a little store that I would just do, 30 items in at a time or something like that. I didn't pay a store fee, but I do have a second ID. Let's put it that way. And I haven't listed on there in about a year, but I wanted to keep those items separate from my day-to-day every items. It's not that you can find those items or see them unless you're in the adult section, but I didn't want somebody like looking for their, Fitz and Floyd China and finding Fisting Floyd or something. It was just not.
I feel dirty.
Sorry. That was inappropriate.
That was inappropriate.
So yes, you can have a second store. I have had a second store. I have used it. I didn't have a ton of things.
But otherwise now you sell everything just within your one store. So it's our rated point.
Yeah, but because I don't specialize in anything specifically, and I don't have necessarily a niche market, for me, it's not necessarily not relevant. I know that, Ryan and Allie, for example, that Callie works with, they have 2 stores. They have one store that they talk about all the time with their thrifting stuff. And then they have another store that they keep a little bit more secretive based on what they're selling through pallets or private label or whatever, because they keep it secret and they're entitled to. So a lot of people do that.
So Derek Yamamoto, big fish in the house. And he says Kira's with him.
Hi, Kira.
Hi, Kira. What's up? He said no super chat from us. So not only is he not giving us a super chat, he's also alerting us to the fact that he's not giving a super chat.
Well, he's cheap.
Hey, Derek. Oh, he says they're gonna do a manual super chat when they come over. So I guess
that's right. Well, the door is unlocked. I think you should come over now. We're gonna be on for another half an hour. Come on by.
Yeah, pretty much. Somebody. Oh, so the other thing. So as far as stores are concerned, I'm
gonna go unlock the door just in case. Actually, he doesn't want to come by. Go ahead, keep talking.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so I have my niche, which is men's clothing, and I don't really have any interest in selling anything else. So I'm not looking to open a second store. I have kind of flirted with the idea of selling vinyl, like records. But in that case, I was thinking like it would fit because, my store is called A Boutique for Him. It's very focused on men's clothing. And so my thought was just be something like style for him and like have like a category that's just, or like, culture for him or whatever. And that would just be vinyl records. But I could do that within my own store. I don't really see any reason to like open a second store for that. I know you get like free listings and all that kind of stuff, but I like having my one store. So I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Some people say they only get a notification for one. To be honest with you, that might be true. I haven't had anything in like a year, I said. So in my other store, I'm not sure if you get notifications on your phone for both.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's see.
Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Thank you. The hair's not red. It's pink. It's a different kind of pink. It's a different shade. Anybody that's known me... Anybody that's known me for a couple of years has seen this color before. It's just different, and I just did it a couple hours ago. So
yeah,
that's the one DJ had asked. Okay, thanks for repeating your question. How long do you wait to open an unpaid item after you send a payment reminder? First time this has happened to me. Thanks. So for me, and I suggest if you have a store at all, open up the unpaid item assistant and just set it so that it's automatic. That's how I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Katie does things a little bit differently. Basically, my stuff, I have an unpaid item reminder, opens up after 3 days. They send a reminder. If the person has not paid, I think it closes after another 3 days or 4 days after that. 4. So basically, it ties up your stuff for a week if it's not paid for.
Yeah.
But I just let it do automatic, and it.
Yeah, and
I don't deal with it that way.
There was a while that I was doing it automatic, and I had a couple of times where I had a problem where it automatically opened it and somebody was upset, which whatever. Now it's like I just kind of let it go, and I found that like I do have people. I mean, it's annoying, but I've had people like 2 weeks later pay for their thing. So honestly, I let it go for there's not any set amount, but I'll let it go for like a week or so. And then I'll go in every once in a while and just open up unpaid cases, and I'll go every once in a while and just close them. It's not like it doesn't really take a lot of time. I don't worry about it. I don't think about it. I get that it like holds up my stuff for a while, but honestly, I don't really care that much. And like I said, I've had people pay for stuff and like take forever to do it. But at least I got the money. I mean, it'd be great if that wasn't an issue, but whatever, money's money. So I'm fine. So
yeah, I get I usually have automatic payment required on all of my items, but I also have best offer on a lot of my items.
Mm-hmm.
And as of now, you cannot ask for automatic payment when you accept a best offer.
Yeah.
So for me, I probably have 3 items a week now.
Yeah.
Because I'm busier, that don't get paid for. So I'm not gonna, as far as setting it up to be automated, that for me is just one less thing I need to worry about. And I just ignore it. I just let it go. I let it run the course, and then it automatically files for your fees, and it automatically relists the item for you once it is, once the case is closed out. And sometimes you get paid. I was like 4 days in to an unpaid item reminder that I got paid for it yesterday. So I was like,
I don't know.
Desiree, I sell about 75 items a week. So 3 or so a week that don't get paid for. Man, I mean, yeah, it is a little high. But
again, it's something that's like annoying, but it's also just part of doing business. And there's people who'll be like, "Well, I don't take best offer anymore because of that." And like the way I price stuff, I price it with room for best offer. And I would say half of the items I sell because of best offer. And so I honestly think that there are certain people out there who like the feeling, they like the interaction and of being able to go and like barter and like kind of go back and forth. And so it draws certain people in to want to do that. And so I'm okay with that. I build it in. And yes, I have a few, I probably have at least a couple a week that don't get paid. Mm-hmm. It's not the end of the world. And again, it's all that, removing all obstacles. It's like I'm making it more likely that certain people who like that part of eBay, because you can't go on to Amazon and be like, hey, will you take this much or will you take that much? You can't do that on Amazon.
Right.
And so it just adds a little element that certain people like to have. But then I have lots of people who just buy it for the amount it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Get another one.
Keith says have a pint each. Thanks for your advice. So it looks like you're going to have a pint too.
I'm not a Guinness fan, but maybe I'll do like I could do a black and tan. Oh, you know what I do like? I like Smittix. But we don't have.
All right, I don't have a song for Ireland, but I have one that's kind of UK. Kind of ready?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want a super chat. Is that?
Should have been more like I really
want a super chat.
Yeah, something like that. There you go. Oh, Bailey's in my coffee. That's
Keith is like never ever again.
Rednecker said, "Y'all sure do sang pretty."
I don't know. It's sort of like at the end or something weird like that.
I don't know.
All
right, so we see. Let's see. Sherman asked, what's the best way to transition as an individual to a store? Would I lose my current views when I go to a store format? Absolutely not. You don't lose any of your reviews. Individual to store is the same thing. You don't need to change your name unless you want to change your name. All you're doing as a store is adding the ability to list more items for less money. And it allows you to be able to do store promotions and sales and put your items on vacation or extend your handling time, set up business policies, all the kinds of things that you can't do when you just have a certain amount of listings.
And if you have at least a basic store, then you also get the shipping supplies coupon, which I think is great. So
yeah, that's it too. Yeah, you get a shipping supplies coupon. I think on the basic store, it's $25 a quarter. The premier or premium store is $50 a quarter. And then the anchor store is $150 a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And the free shipping supplies are kind of fantastic. So
yeah, I haven't paid for shipping supplies other than tape very rarely in well over a year since they started doing that, because it's like I have plenty. Absolutely plenty. So Sandra says that some guy yesterday sent her a message in all caps calling her a jerk because she counted his best offer.
Excuse me.
Let me tell you, in life, there are jerky people, whether they're buyers or sellers. Bless you twice.
Somebody let a cat in here.
Apparently. Whether you are a buyer or a seller, there's lots of jerky sellers as well, and you're going to get messages. People are going to get mad. I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody send me an angry message about like they can't believe that I'm selling a used t-shirt for as much as I'm selling it for. Or my favorite is the people who
I bought that 4 years ago for $7. Why are you selling it for $50 now?
Yeah,
because you can't buy it for $7 anymore, and you were dumb. You should have bought more.
Yeah, or their negotiating tactic is to tell you how terrible your item is so that you should sell it to them for cheaper. You know how I handle that? I completely ignore it. Ignore it. I don't block people. I mean, it's silly to block people because anybody can just check out as a guest and still buy from you. So don't waste your time and energy. I don't respond. I respond like they never said it. So I'll still counter. I will still decline. I will still accept. I don't care. Whatever it is, that part of it, I just ignore because I'm thinking like they must be having a real crap day. Or if that's how they always talk to people, then they're always having crappy days, and I feel kind of bad for them. So, doesn't really matter.
Susan, to answer your question, what are you putting for the Prop 65 question? If you have fewer than 10 employees, you don't need to worry about it. You just leave it blank.
Yep.
If you have more than 10 employees, then I'd have to find out an answer for you because I don't really know.
If you have more than 10 employees, I hope you're not coming to us for advice because I think you're probably doing a lot more right than we are. So, so don't worry about it. Yeah, Kelly said someone told, since the Patriots lost the Super Bowl, you should sell them the shirt. I had cheap. Yeah, it's like, whatever.
Some people just
they're always going to have something. But let me tell you, I've had sellers who were real jerks too. So they're just jerks all around.
They're just jerky people.
But I really think the vast majority of people are super awesome. So, because they really are.
Yeah. Blocking people, I get your point, Susie, but here's the reality is that a block doesn't do anything. A, they can create another account if they want to. Or B, they can go in and just check out as a guest and you never have they don't use an eBay ID at all. So a block really doesn't work. If someone wants to get around it, they can.
And if somebody's like that much of a jerk, then blocking them is probably going to antagonize them even more. And then they're more likely to want to do something in retaliation. So honestly, you can block people if you want to. I just think it's taking more time out of your day, even if it only takes you a minute to go find And it's like when you focus on that kind of stuff, like you're focusing on negative stuff, it puts you in more of a negative mindset. Whereas if you were just like, if you just let it go and you just ignore it and you don't let it affect you, you're going to feel better mentally anyway. And
Susie's like, I know, I just want to do something. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Rather than responding and calling them a big jerk face.
Yep.
Blocking is probably a better option.
Yep. Absolutely. So yeah. Linda wants to know when Luna and Grizz get to co-host the show.
They can co-host anytime. We can bring them up here. The thing is that they won't necessarily sit still for an hour for the show. So it is what it is. Yeah,
Grizz likes to be, she needs petting and attention like nonstop. She's real
and Luna's just really
needy,
squirmy.
Real needy.
Real squirmy.
Yeah.
So we could bring them up here and have them co-host. Let's see. There were a couple other questions. Scroll back up a little bit.
Okay, I'll do it.
Waste not, want not had a good question.
Yeah.
Do you have a structured schedule for your businesses? Example, pack in the morning till 9 or 1, list till noon, source 3 times a week, etc. Do you feel it's more productive to stick to a plan? I'll go first on that one.
Go ahead.
So semi-structured, if that makes sense. For me, I get up in the morning, I have my coffee, I pull my items to ship, and I ship. And I try to get everything shipped and out the door before 10 o'clock. The only time that it ever takes any longer than that is on a Monday when I have a lot more items going out. I tend to, neither one of us like to ship on Saturdays. So we don't ship Saturday or Sunday. So we tend to have a lot more items on a Monday to ship. And then basically from then on, we list most days. So at least 5 to 6 days a week we're listing, and then we'll source maybe once or twice a month. We go out on Fridays and go do garage sales. And then Thursdays, either she sources all day or I source sometimes. So, I mean, we source once or twice a week. That's really it. Once or twice a week. But when we source hard. We don't go to one store and pick up 4 things. So, yeah, do we stick to a schedule? Sure. To a degree. We both are very, we're kind of workaholics, I guess. Let's put it that way. We both work a lot. We both work anywhere from 8 to 12 to 14 hours a day, at least 5 to 6 days a week. So if we take a day off, sometimes 7, if we take a day off, you know,
we're still probably sourcing.
We're still sourcing or doing something.
But we like it so much, and we love what we do, and it's kind of necessary if you want to be successful to put in a lot of time. I really think. And also it's like, because even though we have separate stores, we're both home, we're both doing the same kind of work. We both will go, like yesterday, I did my all day sourcing day and she came with me. So we hung out together all day. So it's great. But as far as the schedule goes, listen, I think, you know, we basically have a schedule for ourselves. I do think it's really, really important, especially for those of you who have a harder time finding a balance between sourcing and listing. Then I would say it's very, very important. But for us, it's like, yeah, it's like we're shipping Monday through Friday. We ship first thing every morning. So that's out of the way. We don't have to worry about it.
Question DJ has said, if you don't ship on Saturday, does that affect the one-day handling? It does not.
No, Saturday does not count.
Day.
You can ship on Saturdays, but you don't have to. And I personally, she used to ship on Saturdays. We probably will do it more when the holidays get going.
Yeah, I don't want to be shipping 50 things on a
But
Monday.
I personally like the luxury of not having to ship on that day, and so I don't do it. And because I price my stuff higher, I don't go by the whole volume kind of model of selling. So it's like, for me, a crazy day on a Monday is like if I have over 30 items to ship, which I can do in you know, it's going to take me a couple hours, but I can do it.
Right.
I'm not one of those sellers who's selling 60 to 100 to 200 items on a Monday.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, so yes, I have.
Which would be nice considering our average sales price. That would be, I would love to be doing that, but no.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, so we're shipping every day. We're listing at least a little bit every day. I do like having a set day that I know I'm going to be sourcing every week. So when I'm in the swing of things, I do have set days that I source, and I like to have that scheduled. So right now it's Thursday, and it's like no matter what, Thursday all day I'm going to be outsourcing. And so I like to have like a regular, you know, inflow and outflow, and it's like I need to be doing that. But if you're somebody who struggles with balance, absolutely make a schedule for yourself. You are working for yourself. Look at yourself as an employee. Would you give yourself a promotion, or would you write yourself up? Honestly, that's important.
I want to go thrifting. All I do is list. Well, I think that's your job, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. See, in Callie's world, she, you know, Brian and Allie, it's like they've hired somebody so that they make sure that they have that balance, and they probably get to source a lot more, but they're doing, I mean, I don't know how much listing they actually do themselves, but.
Yeah, everybody runs their business a little bit differently.
Yep.
No, thank you cards. Sending thank you cards is not bad. It's a really nice thing to do. It's a nice gesture. I don't know that it gets you anything more, just like sending the pretty packages and wrapping everything beautifully and, you know, custom stickers and all that kind of stuff, which I think is wonderful. If you have the time and energy to do that, then go for it. My volume is not, while it's not huge, it's a little too high for me to waste time to do that. I send, you know, if you send the item promptly and as described, I think you've done your job. If you want to put extra thank you cards in there, if you want to put little pretty stickers and things like that, go for it. I know Posh and Etsy tend to cater to that a little bit more, and I get that. It's a little bit more cutesy and specialized as far as I'm concerned, and I will do that on some higher items, so to speak, but our higher priced items, and I will do that sometimes with my Etsy stuff, but in general, not so much.
Yeah, I say that I've been really working, like, over the few years that I've been doing this, I'm always looking for ways to kind of like be more efficient. And like, I've been working recently on figuring out how to be more efficient in taking my photos and having that go faster. And I've really been able to cut down some of the time there. And really, like, what I think buyers are really caring about, like, what's going to make the experience great for them is not going to be getting a card. It's not going to be getting a thank you. It's that they get exactly what they ordered and they get it fast. Those are the two things that they care about. They want, so that's where it's important that you're describing yourself, your stuff accurately.
Right.
So either making it really clear what it is they're getting, or doing the whole under promise over deliver. But I'm more about, like, just make sure it's accurate. And then getting it to them fast. So getting it shipped out the next day if you have 1-day handling, using fast shipping, having fast shipping options. Like, it drives me crazy when there's something I really want and they don't even have an option to make it faster. And it's just like first class or economy shipping. It's like, I gotta wait a week, and I'm like, oh, now, give it to me now. Come on.
You're not impatient at all.
Yeah, pretty much. What about a sticker with your Instagram name? Is that, well, I mean, all that stuff's okay.
All of it's fine.
Yeah, all of it's fine. I'm just talking about, like, you got to think about, it's kind of like ROI. Like, you buy something for a certain price so that you can sell it for a higher amount. And you want to have that be as big of an amount as possible, right? You don't want to be buying stuff for 10, selling it for 11. You want to buy something for a few bucks and selling it for 50 or whatever. The bigger the difference is, the better. So,
and if you're spending an extra $1 or $2 with your packaging materials on every item, you're cutting into your profit.
Or spending more time. So it's like, you want to make sure that you're doing the job that you need to do and doing it well, but not going overboard in the amount of time for the little return. And like I said, I don't think that that's as important to people overall. And I get things like Poshmark, it's part of the culture. So I get it, but you want to figure out how can you do it. So if that's designing a sticker with your name on it,
and maybe you're only a small,
and you only have to do that, and you only have to do that one time, and then you have 1,000 of them, so it takes you like 2 seconds to add it in there. Then fine, great.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's there's nothing wrong with that. If it's something that you enjoy doing, if it's something you like to put some time, extra effort and money and energy into making your package look super pretty or whatever, that's fine. That's your opinion. That's your business. You run it however way you'd like. Do I think it adds to repeat buyers? Not necessarily. Do I think it adds, it just depends on what you sell.
Yeah.
You know, if you're selling auto parts, wrapping it in pink tissue paper, nobody's going to give a crap.
Right. Wade is in the house. What is up? No Pants Friday. Wade's ventured. He says, no Pants Friday. What if we're wearing pants? Well, that's wrong. And he says this is going to get challenging throughout the winter. It's called long underwear. Okay. Long underwear. I've got some. Don't you?
Yeah. No.
No. I got to bust out my long underwear soon. Not really. So
Rosie said, I used to do all that fancy packaging before on Poshmark, and I don't anymore. It has made no difference to my store. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily think it adds any money to your bottom line.
Yeah, it makes a difference if you are doing a terrible job packaging and you're just like throwing a bunch of crap together. You're using, you know, old newspapers, like packing materials and like garbage bags or whatever. Like, it can go the other way. But if you just have a professional, nice package, in which case we use like the eBay poly mailers and stuff.
All, you know, clean,
well packaged. You're not crumpling up stuff in a bag. You know, I fold my t-shirts and put it in a poly mailer. It's like, and they get it quickly and it's what they wanted. That's all that really matters, in my opinion. So there you go.
Linda says Wade looked handsome in Katie's sweater, in the Denver Broncos sweater thing. Yeah, it really brought out your blue eyes, Wade.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah,
very, very true.
pretty heinous. So hello, everyone that is popping in. We've had some people come in a little bit on the later side and just popped in to say hello. So hi, we appreciate you stopping in.
Was that like,
it is Friday.
That like passive aggressive shaming that they came in late? Is that what you're trying to do?
I was not being passive.
We really appreciate you people that like came in a little late. Thanks a lot.
You're an asshole.
I was saying you're very rude.
That was not what I said. And Susie, you know what? That might work for you. You have a lot of customers that sell several pieces of clothing, buy several pieces of clothing at one time. Most of your stuff is new. I think that's great. I really think it depends on what you sell as a person in your store and what works for you. If you want to take the time and make things look pretty and send thank you notes and thank you cards, by all means do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying it's not necessary.
Yeah. I mean, I get annoyed when there's even a packing slip, and she puts a packing slip in hers. I don't like getting a packing slip.
That's a whole other conversation. My God, there used to be epic battles on message boards about whether to add a packing slip or not. Geez, for you.
I've never, ever done it, and I never will. And I hate when stuff comes out of the package when I buy stuff. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Okay. It's not like somebody's sending you stuff in glitter.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I send, I used to send out little things around the holidays. I used to send little mini candy canes and things like that. I used to send, little conversation hearts around Valentine's Day. I don't do any of that. Passive aggressive Tuesdays. I don't think we need another damn show. 3 a week is enough. No offense, Wade. Wade's got to be the most prolific YouTuber I've ever known.
Man, Wade, I don't even know. I
don't know where you find the time.
He put on Instagram, he's like showing, he was doing his Instagram, reseller hands of Instagram videos. And he was talking about like all the stuff he's doing today. He's like, I'm going to do these, take care of this 200 item pile, and I'm going to do this 200 item pile. And I'm like, the dude does, I swear to God, 3 live videos a day for like an hour and a half each.
How you do it.
I don't know what is happening over there. I don't know if you're just working 20, maybe this is like a thing. I mean, I do hear that like gingers are like supposed to be evil. Like
superpowers?
They're like gingers are like actually like the children of the devil. And Wade is a ginger.
So I'm pretty sure with the devil?
Yes. So either he gets like double the hours at night, or he's able to work like super fast. Like when he's not on camera, he's actually like, you think so? I think it's a ginger.
I don't know, Jade. Wade, I think you need to check in and let us know if that's that's what's happening.
Are you a child of the devil? Wade, is that what is happening? I think so.
And Wade, I think you need to hire some help.
Yeah.
I think maybe you could hire someone to help you to do your listing.
There's some hipsters over there who don't have jobs. You're in the Portland area. There's some damn hipsters who aren't working, and they just need some coffee money because they're buying their $7 coffees because they got to get it, because it's got to be locally harvested and roasted, and so they need jobs. And they're all artists, so they're probably okay at taking pictures, especially with your awesome photo setup you have there. So why don't you go get yourself some like out of work musicians?
I seriously need more. I need to be able to have somebody here more hours. I only have the one person, which I only need is the one person. I just need to have more hours with her heading into Q4 here. I'm actually swimming in inventory. Somebody else was talking about, do you ever go through your death piles and find things that surprise you? Well, because neither one of us have death piles, it doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
We source a lot. I mean, I spent about $400 yesterday and maybe 100 items or so.
Yep.
And, they won't be listed by the time we leave Monday, that's for sure. But I'm working on things that I sourced last week. I don't have anything more than a week to 10 days old.
Yeah. I got like 60 items yesterday. I will take pictures of all of them and get measurements of all of them today. I might have to do a little bit of it tomorrow morning. But I will get that all done so that over the weekend and then into next week, like I'll still be listing at least a few items a day while we're in Michigan. But yeah, I just don't do death piles. It's like, here's one of the problems. So first of all, it's money sitting around. So that's one problem, right? So if you've got something sitting around for 6 months, it's like that could have been sold months ago. So you're basically keeping yourself from bringing in more capital you can use to spend it on other stuff. Here's the other part. We are constantly evolving as sellers. There's stuff that I would have bought 6 months ago that I won't buy now. And so what happens is, and then also not only are you learning new things, but also trends are changing. So something that you bought 6 months ago may have been a hot item. And if it's clothing or whatever it is, fashion changes, fads change, things become more desirable or less desirable. And then again, like I said, you're learning and you're realizing, oh, those brands don't really sell as well. So 6 months later, you're going through your death piles and, oh, here's something I never would have spent money on this time.
What, these affliction t-shirts I bought 2 years ago? Trash.
Yeah. So do not do it. And if you do have death piles, get on it. And please, please, please go after the higher valued stuff first. Get it listed as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Do it.
And actually, Callie had a really good idea. Wade, you should offer people to come work with you for free, but they get to learn the ropes a bit, like an internship or an unpaid internship. That's actually a great idea if you have somebody that'd be willing to do something like that. I find it would be very difficult to find anybody willing.
Ooh.
But
Portland hipsters love unpaid internships.
Unpaid internships actually, that sounds like a great idea. See, that's exactly what my assistant did. Is she came and worked for me paid. But it was like a paid internship because she learned how to open her own store, and she does fantastic, and she works just part-time for me, and her store is she's kicking butt. But she was able to learn from the bottom up. She had never sold or bought anything on eBay.
Bottom. You said button bottom.
Oh, God. Ridiculous. So she was able to learn right away so that she's made very few mistakes. She knew what to buy. She knew how to set up a listing. She knew how to set up photos. She knew how to set up her business policies. She knew how to ship. She knew how to do all of these things before she opened her own store. So I saved her all that time that you spend making mistakes, which for me was a couple of years because it was before YouTube or you know, Facebook or any groups or anything like that. So
yeah, I see Callie and some other people are saying that Raleigh would say have no problem selling affliction t-shirts. I mean, I'm sure they still sell. It's definitely changed over the last few years. I mean, I just sold an Ed Hardy jacket for $50. So those brands, they're still going to sell, but there's definitely been a change in the amount, probably the average amounts they sell for, the average amount of time it takes for them to sell. And so, you know, there's no like set rules for anything.
Yeah.
But it's just reality. Robert Graham shirts, you bought some just recently. They sell. Do they sell for as much as they used to or as quickly as they used to? No.
No, of course not. Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, Callie says we even had ad holes to some of them. I mean, I'm telling you, people here in Vegas, they haven't caught on to the fact that affliction isn't as popular. So there's definitely places where people are still wearing
they have kind of sort of, but it's kind of like an East versus West thing. Here's the thing.
Vegas is a little behind the times.
I was wearing affliction 6 years ago, affliction or sinful for affliction like 6 years ago, and it was super popular 6 years ago, 5 years ago, and I don't wear it anymore, which is fine. But 6 years ago and 5 years ago, it used to sell for a ton. You know, you could sell a used T-shirt for $30. Now, not so much. I don't pick it up anymore. It just sits. But you know, I guess it depends on how much you want to sell stuff for. You know, I do try to keep my lowest priced items at $25 or $30 too. So
yeah. For sure. I mean, I know they try to go for I think when they go out thrifting, they're only getting stuff that's like $30 or more. They try to, which I think is great. Because that's pretty much how I am too. I think t-shirts are the one thing that I'm like, I'm okay with selling for like about $25, $30, sometimes a little less depending on what it is.
Yeah.
But and that's just because I know I can list them, photograph them and list them super fast. So it's a lot easier.
Yeah. I mean, not that I don't have things that sell for under 30, I do. And occasionally I'd clear stuff out or put it on sale. But for the most part, you know, I'm not listing anything new for less than 30. Yeah,
for sure. This year.
Oh,
I know one thing we wanted to talk about today. So your Instagram, this one over here, guys. Here's the thing. So Instagram, you know, I know a lot of you guys have like personal Instagram accounts. Some of you have business Instagram accounts, or you're using it for business. She had how long have you been on Instagram for? Like a while.
Oh, I've been on Instagram for like 5 years.
Yeah, for like 5 years.
I never posted on it.
Right, she never posted on it. And then did you change it over to LV Pink Panther? Or did you rebrand it, or did you create it?
It's been LV Pink Panther for a couple of years now, and it's always been private.
Yeah, so she always had a private because you know you get people that are like.
You know what? Because it was like 5 years ago when I started it, I think I had like 100 people following me that were all like bots and hookers and stuff like that. I don't know where they come from.
So she had hers set to private. Mine's never been private. Because here's the thing: when you have it private, which it's totally fine. If you want yours to be private, go for it. But you got to know when you have a private, when people go to look at your profile, they can't see any of your pictures, any of your posts. And a lot of times if somebody's trying to figure out if they want to follow you, they want to see they want a sampling of what you have. Plus, if you're like using hashtags and stuff like that, generally, like if I do it, like last night I did a post of all those boxer t-shirts that I had, and it's like Manny, whatever. I don't know anything about boxing. He's the Filipino boxer. It's like a senator there. And so I do a post of all these t-shirts I found. I'll do like hashtags with his names. There might be somebody who's like really into boxing and happens to look at boxing hashtag with his name. They're going to see my picture and maybe they're going to be like, oh man, I want that t-shirt. They're going to buy it from me, or whatever. And if you have a private account, they're not even going to be able to find you.
Right.
So like she didn't have hers. I think it was like maybe 2 weeks ago that I finally
the week after open, I started actually being more active on Instagram. Before that, I would I would put something up there like once a month. Maybe.
But it was only like a couple weeks ago.
Again, it was only private.
I
had like 300 followers.
You're like, well, they can request to follow me, and I'm like, yeah, but some people they're gonna see that they can't look at your stuff, and they're gonna be like, whatever, I don't want to follow. Because I know for me, it's like I want a sampling. I don't just follow people like crazy. I know you follow anyone that follows you.
Usually, I follow everybody back.
I'm a lot more conservative just because I don't want to clog up my feed with stuff I don't want to look at. Sorry, guys. So I'm looking for if I see that you do posts that I think are interesting, I'm going to follow you back. Or if we're friends, I'm going to follow you back. If we're friends in real life or had a lot of interactions with you. But anyway, so she finally changed hers to public, so it's easier for people to follow. And she's almost to 1,000 followers, guys.
Yeah, I went in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. I guess anywhere from since the week after open, I went from like 300 and something followers to 980, I think, as of last night. I may have hit 1,000. So we have gaining like 30 a day. So
we have both of our Instagrams down below. So go ahead and follow us and help her get to 1,000. Susie Beach says that I have standards. It's not so much that I have standards. It's like, okay, for instance, round 2, the store, they have like, I swear 10 different accounts. They have round 2 vintage, they have round 2 LA, round 2, whatever. They have so many different accounts. I was following all of them. And then it's like my feed became so flooded with all of their streetwear stuff that I had to like unfollow all of them, but their vintage store. And so now I only see their vintage stuff. But what? The Real Stitch Frenchie just super chatted $10. Congrats on your 4K plus subs. And it looks like there's like a little champagne bottle, some champagne glasses, some other cocktails, and maybe some beers clinking there. $10 super chat.
You better make it a good one. She can't sing in French. I can sing in French.
Can you? Well, go ahead. You just announced you can sing French.
I can only sing like a Christmas song. I can sing a Christmas song in French.
Okay, she's gonna sing Frenchie. She can sing a Christmas song in French. So she's gonna sing you.
I went to French Catholic elementary school.
Okay, go ahead.
It has nothing to do with super chat though.
Okay, here's mine. Frère Jacques, super chat. Sonnez les matines, super chat.
Oh, that's pretty good.
See? Yeah, I just like threw.
Mine is Il est né le divin enfant, joué au bord à sonner musette. Il est né le divin enfant, chantons tous en avec
Super chat.
It's my French Christmas carol that I learned when I was a kid.
There you go. Yeah, plus you actually have like French Canadians in your
I am 100% Canuck.
Yeah. Well, not 100% because
100%.
All right. Okay.
Seriously, both parents, grandparents, everybody's from
Canuck. I wasn't aware it was 100%, so gross.
Yep. My whole family is from Canuckistan.
Ben the bartender says y'all need to sing every time now. Well, we do.
Ben. Are you new? Ben might be new.
We do she doesn't every time, but for the super chats, I want to make it worth people's while, and I'm not like above dancing for quarters. So
see, the Real Stitch. Frenchie said that was a childhood song they used to sing a lot.
Oh, see, there you go, Frenchie.
And look, a very, very pretty singer from Waste Not Want Not.
It's true.
And let's see what else. What else we see down there?
Anyway, you had to pick her deal breaker. No, I was just teasing. I actually have French Canadian in my background as well. So yeah, and my nephew is half Canadian, so I have to like him.
Yeah,
I have to be okay with it.
Whatevs.
Plus, I have a love-hate relationship with Allison, Big Drift Thrift, and she is technically Canadian, so.
And Lucy Fectos, she's got a nice Canadian French last name right there, said it was awesome. And she spelled my name right.
There you go. Very nice.
So yeah, what else do we need to talk about today?
I don't think we don't need to talk about anything. That's the whole point of No Pants Friday.
That's true.
So
that's true.
I don't know. You guys have any other questions?
Yeah, so if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram so I can hit 1,000.
Yeah, get her to 1,000 so she'll stop.
I mean, I'm not like Wade. Wade's got like 15,000 followers. I was like, wait, stomp on my dreams, Wade.
Yeah.
And then Allison, Big Drift Thrift, she's got 4,000 followers on Instagram. She posted that yesterday. Really a stick in my eye, I think. But yeah,
that's what we do all day, really, guys. Like, we talk about the whole boss up thing, staying positive, but privately, all we do is bitch and whine and complain about everybody who's making us look bad.
That's it. Secretly shoot daggers.
Yeah, pretty much.
How was our dinner? Our anniversary dinner. We went out to our favorite sushi place. We've been a few times.
It's called Oishi. Oyshi. It's like they have like an all-you-can-eat option. Which, I mean, whenever I hear all you can eat, I always kind of think of like a gross buffet. I call it a buffet or a buffet. Barfet. But it's not like that at all. It's like they have like their regular sushi menu, and most of the stuff on it is included in their all you can eat. It's just that I think you have like, it's like you have 2 hours, which like you're really going to sit there for like 2 hours and eat.
No, and you have to eat everything on your plate.
And if you leave stuff behind, you can get charged for it. So it's just really good because you get to try more stuff on the menu.
And you can get half orders of like those big, funny, like funky specialty rolls. Yeah. It's yummy.
And the dinner's only like $26 per a person, which I mean, I get that's like kind of sort of expensive, but not really.
Not for sushi.
I don't think it is. Yeah. Sushi, it's like you order 2 rolls and you're already over that. So, so it's my favorite. I really like it a lot. It was
Laura asked, how many bins do you guys have? I just filled 37. I'm getting panicky about space. Well, I couldn't even tell you how many. I don't know if you've seen our storage setup from way back down in Katie's earliest videos when she moved here from Oregon. It shows our storage setup and how we put everything up. We have lots of hanging stuff, and we also each have a lot of bins. I have maybe 20 bins, but they're 50-gallon bins, and they're not all full. 20, 25, I'm somewhere around there, plus tons of things hanging. I have almost 2,500 items. So, and I have a lot of stuff on my shelves. We are very like inches away from having to do a storage unit, which I think we might have solved by being able to use our friend Derek's part of his garage.
Yeah, and we're just gonna put like all of our personal stuff that we have stored just because we don't really need to access it regularly. And so that's going to actually free up a lot of space. But I have a decent amount of space left. I use 27-gallon bins, the ones from Costco, and I have those stacked up. And there's still room for some more of those. And I actually do have quite a bit of room left on my racks to hang jackets. So I'm trying to replenish those. So, and like I said, we're going to be moving a bunch of our personal stuff out, and that's going to free up quite a bit of space. So I actually think we're going to be okay as far as being able to expand, because I want to hit 2,000 listings hopefully by October 1st. That's my plan.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
You have a question about your longboard.
What about my longboard?
Gretchen asked, longboard question is yours. A good one. My daughter wants to upgrade from her penny board.
Yeah, it is a good one. It's, you know, I did like some research and stuff, and it wasn't very expensive. I actually got it on like either Letgo or Craigslist or something like that. So I only paid like $60 for it. But just do a little research on longboards and see which ones people think are like the best ones, and
look at reviews. She's real big about looking at reviews for things.
Yeah, pretty much.
A little bit of a geek.
Yeah, but yeah, you shouldn't have to spend a crazy amount of money to have like a decent longboard, for sure.
Brand new secondhand flippin' banshee. Well, it's a long name. Any advice on starting out by selling stuff from your house?
She's on her second sale. Just had her second sale recently. So what kind of advice? Because definitely I would say start by selling stuff out of your own house. So beyond that, I guess what's your advice?
I mean, my only advice is to do that. That's the best way to learn how to sell, how to ship, how to package things, how to do listings. how to weigh items and how to figure out shipping. The best way to do it is on stuff that you already have around in your house, because you're going to make mistakes and you're going to lose money on shipping, and you're just going to screw things up in general at times when you're learning. That's part of the learning process. So it's much better to do it on stuff that you already own than putting money out and investing in items and starting out that way and possibly losing money that you've invested. That's my opinion. Let's see. Do I have my mugs stored in boxes after you list them, or you just have them on the shelves? DJ, I just have them on the shelves. I have, what do I have? 2, 3, 6, is it 9? 9 shelving units?
I don't know. Something like that.
I have, I think, 9 shelving units lined up, 3, 3, and 3 in the garage, and they're stacked. They go to the ceiling. And so I have one shelf that is all mugs. They're just single layers. So maybe 50 mugs at a time.
Yeah. Callie broke her nose going down a hill in Tallahassee on a longboard. Hit a rock, got the wobbles, had to bail, and smacked my face into the pavement. Yeah, last time I rode, I fell, and it hurt. And I haven't ridden in a while, but just because it's like,
she smashed her tailbone.
Well, I didn't smash my tailbone. I landed on my butt, but I did not luckily smash my tailbone. I did that a few years ago, falling down the stairs, and that was rough. It took months to like not be in pain getting in and out of the car. But yeah, but we haven't been going. We were going to the park and like walking every day, and I was riding them, but we haven't been going. So yeah, I need to get back to it.
And waste not, want not, off topic. Do I blow my hair out with a round brush? I blow my hair out with a round brush, and then I usually flip a curling iron through it and put curls in it. My hair is very curly. Not that you can tell by looking at it. And this is also really short for me. I'm trying to grow it out. So I'm growing it out from a shortcut as well. I had to cut it. I had a lot of damage to my hair, not from dyeing it. It was just stress related. My hair was breaking off and coming out in clumps. It was ugly. But my hair was down to my shoulders a year ago. So I'm trying to grow it out now. It's just slow.
There's no such thing as off topic on No Pants Friday, just so you know.
That's true.
But Laura says that we inspire her to push, and says, thank you. Laura, we're going to be hanging out with you on Tuesday, and I can't wait. Laura's taking us to the lake. And so we're not going to be so our schedule is going to be a little bit different as far as videos go, but I will be bringing my camera. So hopefully I'll get like I'll be able to do like a video like once we get back of like highlights of our day.
Oh, definitely.
Wait, what is going on? Real Stitch just did a super chat, another super chat for $10 for, she's trying to decide what to do it for, and apparently it's for coffee. Yeah, for coffee. So,
okay. I like coffee.
But but we don't have another French song. So what do we got? What do we got?
I don't know.
Suggestions for the audience, please.
I kind of gave up that was my one and only French song. You got it early.
Suggestions for the super chat song. I need some suggestions. For coffee, I don't know if.
And Susie, Katie doesn't stress me out. Actually, she was the one thing that doesn't stress me out.
I know
it came from outside stress. All right.
Can you see how calm she is right now? We saw Whatnot, Led Zeppelin. Oh, Shoot by Salt and Peppa. Okay.
That's kind of in the line of what we're going to. We're going to a concert.
Super chat. Soup chat. Why are you looking at me like I'm weird? It's like,
because it's weird.
Shoop da doop.
Shoop da doop da doop.
Yeah. Super chat. And I don't remember how like the rap part of it goes.
Eminem, since you're headed to Michigan. It's true. We're gonna travel 8 miles.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any I don't know if I know any.
I don't have any clean.
I listen to Eminem sometimes, but I don't know if I know any of his songs well enough to like bust out an Eminem style like super chat rhyme. Oh, Callie sent me a picture of a broken nose face on Instagram. Ooh. I don't know. Let me like look it up. Sorry for the really terrible song, Frenchie.
I know,
it was a really bad one, right?
It really was bad.
I'm sorry, I'm such a loser.
Okay, any tips on how to list faster? I really struggle with distractions and can't seem to get enough listed fast enough. Well, Joan, my biggest tip on learning how to list faster and the distraction part, I mean, if it's kids and family and things like that, that part is hard to tune out. The fortunate thing about Katie and I is we have 2 little dogs. That's it. I do have a child. She's 25 though and doesn't live at home anymore. So we don't have kids. The two of us do the exact same thing. So we're not being distracted by an outside influence, like some, you got to cook dinner for your spouse, or you've got, this to do or that to do. I do 90% of the housework, and I'm fine with that. I fit it in here and there throughout my day. But one of my biggest tips that I can give you for listing more is trying to list like items at the same time. So if you have a pile of jeans to list, make sure you have all of your photos done and do a pile of jeans. You have a pile of men's shirts, do a pile of men's shirts. Because when you're listing like items, you can hit sell similar and you can list faster that way. That's what I try to do. Whether it's, and you do it in a batch of 5 or 10. Oh, I see Laura just said, Joan, I group items in batches of 6 or 10. That's the best way to do it. And once you get through that batch, then you feel like you've accomplished something. Go on to your next batch. And the other thing too, get out of Facebook. Log off Facebook, put your phone on vibrate, get out of it. I can sit there and it'll take me, I can list 3 or 4 things in an hour if I'm playing around on Facebook at the same time. Or I can turn my phone off and close out Facebook and I can get 30 or 40 things listed in 6 or 7 hours. So do I do that often? No.
My phone is always on do not disturb. I don't even like my phone to vibrate. It just annoys me. So Teresa just said we're super chatty.
We are. We didn't even.
So it looks like we've really disappointed some people. Real Stitch says we can only get 1 coffee now, and Susie thinks that we should refund Frenchie $9.
Wow,
Frenchie, did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. Super chat, super chat, super chat. So see, whenever I can't mix it, like work it into the song, I just kind of throw it on to the end.
Didn't quite work, but that's a nice.
Is that good enough?
Now she got 2 songs for the price of one.
That was, well, not really. I mean, it's Bette Midler. It's not The Rose, but I think it's pretty good one. It's a pretty good one.
Leah, is there a reason why you take pictures beforehand rather than as you're listing each item? Yes. It's faster. If you do things in batches, photos first, and then you do all your measurements or all your listings or what have you, it's a lot easier that way. At least it is for me. Everybody has their own process. Some people can take a photo. I mean, we've got a photo studio set up. So for me to take a photo of something and then go to the computer and list it or try and list it from my phone, I don't list using my phone. So that just seems like back and forth for me doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Susie says I still have to get back 3. How about instead I show you the picture of Callie's messed up face. Callie, if you didn't want me to show this, you shouldn't have sent it to me. Just saying. Sorry, my phone's all messed up. I don't think you'll be able to see it though. You see it? I like the face you're making too. That is rough. Like you have like the full on like
black
your
eyes.
lip is all split. You got black eyes, and you can't see it in here, but she did say that there was like she threw up spaghetti on her mom's spaghetti. That is tough, man. Whenever I like hit my toe or something like that, or like when I do something that hurts really bad, it makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, well, that was me the other night. Teresa, we had Teresa on speakerphone, and we were talking to Teresa, and we have a gate that keeps the dogs in the kitchen and the family room where the tile is. And I was walking over the gate, putting stuff away in storage in the garage, and I slammed my foot so hard on the top of that gate that I saw stars. Like I thought I had broken my foot. And I don't swear around Teresa because Teresa's a nice little Mormon girl and she doesn't like cussing. So I try to be very cognizant of that when I'm around my friend Teresa. And
Callie says, no, those are Eminem lyrics. LOL. That's right. I forgot. Those are Eminem lyrics. But whatever. I was imagining you throwing spaghetti on your sweater. So whatever. But seriously, when I have something really painful happen, it makes me like, I feel like I'm going to.
That was how I was the other night. My foot still hurts. I didn't break anything, thank God, but I think I might have fractured a toe or the top of my foot. It still hurts.
Joni, she crashed on her longboard. She was bombing down a hill.
The Rose. I used to sing The Rose all the time. That was one of my annoying karaoke songs that I used to get up and do. People are like, ugh, again. I couldn't even do it now. I don't even know how it starts. I don't remember.
Yeah, mine is one of my favorite ones is I like to do is Funky Cole Medina, Tone Loc, which we're gonna see Tone Loc tonight. Tonight, guys. We gonna go.
Tonight? Is he on the lineup tonight?
Yes.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? We're gonna see Tone Loc, Vanilla Ice, Was it Naughty by Nature? Is that one of them?
Naughty by Nature.
Who else? Bismarcky. You got what I need. But you say he just a friend. But you say he just a friend. Oh, baby, you. Anyway, I love it. I should
Tone Loc. Who else we're gonna go see tonight?
I'm trying.
Rob Bass.
Yeah. It's like
it's a super fun 80s,
Kid and Play.
90s Kid and Play, 90s hip hop concert. I can't wait. So excited.
Super excited.
Yeah,
I don't see it. I don't know where you sent it to me.
I posted it on Instagram.
Oh, whatevs. Anyway, yeah, so if you want to know who we're going to go see, you better go follow her on Instagram because that's where she's got to post.
Right, Callie? Isn't that, it's going to be so much fun. So
Yeah.
my friend sent me a message yesterday. She got 4 free tickets and she's like, you want to come? Yes. Who would say no to that, right? And it's an outdoor concert, so it's a lot of fun. And her husband's driving, so there may be a couple of beverages imbibed in this evening. Kelly had commented earlier that she took Wednesday off because we're going to hang out Tuesday night for a little bit. So she's like, there can be more than one cocktail, maybe for you, girlfriend, but we're working all week. I need to take my, I just got this at an estate sale. It's the single Bismarcky, just a friend. I think I should take this and get him to sign it. How close do you think we're going to be? It's a huge arena. You think you're going to find it?
I don't know. Whatever. Like, you're telling me that Bismarcky is still rolling in the dough so much that like he goes and does a show and then he's like, I'm out of here, and he doesn't stick around to make sure he can sign stuff for people?
Probably not at this place. It's a little large. It's a large outdoor arena. It's not a little club. Little clubby wood.
Why are you raining on my parade?
You can feel free to bring it.
You know what's awesome, guys? You know what's awesome, guys? When I have dreams and she crushes my dreams and makes me feel like there's no point in going on.
Get that signature. Yeah, challenge. You know what? I wouldn't put it past her. I'm the one that's the backstage groupie girl usually, so we'll see.
I'm getting a sign. Vanilla Ice, though. So Vanilla Ice, I actually, back in 98, I think, I was doing like I was part of like this production, like this show on the public access at Oregon State University at OSU. And we got to go, I didn't do the interviewing, I just held the camera, but we interviewed Vanilla Ice and then we got to film the show. So I actually have on VHS, like the show. And let me tell you, first of all, he's super obnoxious. He was kind of a jerk. But I will say one thing I'm excited about tonight is that he can beatbox like a mother. He is a really good beatboxer, and he'll go on for like 10 minutes straight. So
that music is before your time. Yeah, I don't think so, Allison. Nice try. I know that I was in junior high listening to this stuff and I loved it. I'm an 80s rocker girl. I'm in the 80s, 90s. I don't like 90s rock so much, but I'm an 80s rocker girl. And but I love old school hip hop and rap and from the 80s and 90s. So I'm kind of excited about this show.
She hates it when I play any of it that's more current, but
no, I don't like the more current stuff, but I can totally I could probably sing 95% of the lyrics still to the hits from these people that are playing tonight. So I'm kind of psyched about that.
Yeah.
I might even do a little 90s outfit for the night.
Kelly says I have to leave my vinyl at home. Whatever, Callie.
Oh, Frenchie, I'm pretty sure you can recite those lyrics. I saw your rap skills, girl. You have a lot of skills for, 40-something white chick. You are a good rapper. Is NWA playing? No, NWA. They don't really tour together anymore. They tour with people from Rage Against the Machine sometimes.
Yeah. Here, I will look it up right now and see, because Vicky has it. She has the post on her thing. Here's what we got going on. It's 90s House Party, Vanilla Ice, Kid and Play, Naughty by Nature, Bismarcky, Tone Loc, Rob Bass, 2 Live Crew, and Young MC. Actually, I'm actually most excited about Young MC, because here's the thing about Young MC.
I like Rob Bass.
Here's the thing about Young MC. You know, he's actually the one who wrote Funky Cole Medina and wrote Wild Things. So it's a good thing that they have him there as well.
It's Rob Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone because I get stupid. I mean outrageous. Here with me if you're contagious. Anyway.
Why'd you do it so quiet?
Because I'm excited.
Come on. Anyway, Young MC is the best. So if you ever like go back and listen to like Young
Well,
MC
no,
albums,
no TLC because Lisa Left Eye Lopez, you know, is dead. So there's no TLC anymore.
yeah, but
She's a little cray cray.
a little bit. But seriously, go to your Spotify, go to your iTunes, whatever. Listen to Young MC. Listen to like a couple of his albums because I'm telling you, it's good stuff. He was a really good writer. He wrote for a lot of other rappers. He's the shiznit right there. So
yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, we're way over time. We got stuff to do. I got to get a bunch of pictures.
I got to get listed
before we go on our hip hop date.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got to I'll have my hat sideways and they'll be like, "What's up, guys? And we're gonna do some rapping. Come on."
I'm not even gonna walk next to you.
I'm gonna get my pants on, and I am gonna wear pants. I'm gonna wear them backwards though. I'm gonna do a crisscross style.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna do crisscross. I'm gonna go up and be like, "What's up, dudes?"
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Nope.
And I'm gonna go up to Kid and Play. I'm gonna like do their little what's their little dance thing that they do, and they
up and down and they
hit and they'll kick, and then I'm just gonna do that. So.
Yeah, I'm pulling out the baggy jeans. I'm gonna peg them and cuff them and some. Yeah, I'm gonna do it up.
Yep.
If I had overalls, I would do overalls, but I'm a little too chesty for overalls.
I'm gonna get my Justin Bieber clock, and I'm gonna get like a chain on it, and I'm gonna like wear it like this.
Have you seen my pictures with Flava Flav?
Well, I'm not Flava Flav.
That's who wears the clock around.
I understand that. I'm gonna be like KDK.
All right,
KDK.
I'm done. I'm out. Done. Stop.
I'm just gonna have this like hanging around my neck, right?
Nope.
But I'm gonna make sure.
I'm gonna find my pictures.
But I'm gonna make sure that the whole time I have to have my arm around her and be like, because they gotta know that she's with me.
Nope.
Yep. Be hanging out.
Flavorless. Yes, exactly. You definitely need to wear that clock, a Justin Bieber clock around your neck. You look like too much of an asshole. Oh my god.
It's gonna be fun. All right, yeah, we'll definitely post some pictures. We'll make sure we'll probably do some.
I'm gonna have to go find my picture.
We're gonna do some like awesome Instagram posts, like Instagram video, where you guys can't really hear anything because the audio will be terrible. And yeah. So it'll be good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us for No Pants Friday. Again, we are leaving next week, but we'll have a regular show this Sunday. The Sunday live haul. It's going to be 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Gently tap on the thumbs up button.
Yes, gently caress and tap that the thumbs up button. Please, if you're not in the Boss Facebook group, join the group. It's down below. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Go follow this one on Instagram because she wants to hit that 1,000. She wants to hit that 1,000.
I should hit it today.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, come join us on Sunday. It'll be a fun show. We found a ton of really, really good stuff yesterday when we were out sourcing all day. So you guys should totally check it out. Go look at my Instagram post because you can see little hints of what I may have found peeking out because I put a post up of everything all lined up. So
all right.
It should be good. Should be good. But we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks
Have
for
a
hanging out
great
with
weekend.
us.
Go do something fun.
Yeah.
And
no pants, guys. Come on. Take those pants off.
Boss up.
Quit it. And you can't say boss up as a question. You can be like, boss up. I know boss up. You can be like, boss up.
Boss up.
Hold on.
All right. Seriously. Bye.
Boss up.